Oi, oi! Selection number 5, I believe, or is it 6? 5. I feel like it's 5. Anyway, it's another AntePost bet that I've bet. Again, gg.co.uk. I've put some reason in there, but I'll give you just as much in this video as well, to be honest. Do go check that out though, that column. There's some good stuff in there for thoughts on the last weekend's action and what's coming up this weekend. So, the horse, you should have guessed it from the thumbnail. If not this one, then you'll never guess one. Got the hood on. It is Manella Kakuna for Willie Mullins in the National Hunt Chase. That's the bet. Top price, and it's a general 16 to 1 poke. I think that's more than fair, if I'm honest with you. Now, just a few things I'll chuck in on this video. Keep it short again. Aside from the case that I'll make for the horse, just from a preferential perspective, when you're trying to look at these horses or where they might go, of course there's stable information, there's bits to go out there. You've got to have your own gut feeling of where you want the horse to go, right? I think Manella Kakuna, I put him in my 10 to follow. I see him as a National Hunt Chase horse. I've been waiting for him to get an entry, long and short of it. Now, people will say, oh, but he might be too classy, he might be a Brown Advisory type horse. So go and look at the markets, because they would have settled down a little bit now. But Manella Kakuna with the sports books is about a 40 to 1 poke. I'm looking up it now. That's with Sky Bet, not even quite with Bet365, and he's 25 general everywhere else. National Hunt Chase, I've touched on, he's 16 to 1. Top price, he's as low as 12 to 1 with some people there. Again, that's Sky Bet that I can reference the low point. Go on the exchanges as well. For the Brown Advisory Novices Chase, he is 65, and there's no one wanting to back him, so the lay side's empty. Whereas for the National Hunt Chase, he's 14 to 1 to back, and he's 16 to 1 to lay. Bearing in mind, you can get the 16 to 1 about him. That's a positive, encouraging sign when you're looking at these AntePost bets, because it gives you an idea that people are thinking the same sort of thing. You would also be right to think that a lot of people are probably trying to bet on the exchange, even though it's the same price it would be on a sports book, because of the fact that they would like to be able to get out of this position, probably. Now, in the particular race, Favori de Champdou was a ready winner of the Florida Pearl, but Florin Port was going the wrong way round. I think Florin Port could have had him. I do like Favori de Champdou. It could work out as this type of horse. I thought it was a bit more of a handicapper, but yeah, it could be in and around here. Is all I would say, is that, again, like, I don't know, he would be shorter than 10s now if there was a bit more confidence behind him, but it could be that. Stay Away Faye, I would like to see in this race. We'll probably go Brown Advisories. Then there's the likes of Salvador Ziggy that's been campaigned everywhere. Affadel Fury, they looked weird because they kept looking down at him, didn't they? Sandor Clegane, I know people are talking about him, but I just don't see it. So I think when you look at this race, it's always a hard one to know who's definitely going to come here, but I think Manella Kakuna probably will, right? Second season novice, so ticks that box. Only had the one novice chase start, jumped really, really well that day. Did get beat, wasn't wearing the hood. And when he started to wear the hood, that's when he got that grade 1 win. And then he became second and second again, Cheltenham and Punchestown respectively, both at 3 miles. Good efforts and staying on nicely in both of those. Of course, it's important to remember that Paul Townend chose this horse at Cheltenham to ride in the Albert Bartlett when the nice guy won. So he probably would have known what he sat under with a lot of these horses. Progressive RPRs as well is another real big positive I like with this horse. Started off 128, then 133, then 148, then 2154s. Jumps last season and actually got 149 as that opening RPR. Lots of talk today about Gaelic Warrior getting his 158 RPR and people's comparing that to a Turner's. But if you imagine there, Manella Kakuna was beaten over 2 mile 4 on heavy and got an RPR of 149 on chase debut. So that bit of classy elements there, but I don't think he would be a Brown Advisory type horse, and the market would also tend to agree with that. So long and the short of it is, I've backed him. I've had 50 English pounds on that. It's 2 lots of 25s. People ask me why I do it. Sometimes it's deposit limits. Sometimes it's habit. Sometimes I'll stick 25 and then think to myself, do you know what? I wish I'd had more on. So I could cash them, put it up in the big bet, but I don't really care. So I will edit that, put that in the video. That's selection number 5, I believe. Manella Kakuna for the National Hunt Chase. Let me know your thoughts down below, guys. He's got an entry this weekend. Whether he runs or not, it's up against Nick Rocket, Corbett's Cross, and Idaho or Indiana Dream. A JP Willie horse looks okay-ish. Yeah, let me know your thoughts. Whether he's out or he's not out, it's a good sign to see these horses entered again with a horse that's been off for a period of time, potentially with an injury. You want to see the entries at least anyway. It'll be good to see him out soon. I think this is a cracking bet. I can't believe it's 16, to be honest with you, and I'm really happy with that. A bit of a punty race, but we've got to get stuck in at some point, right? And we're allowed to have opinions, and we can have multiple opinions at price. I talked about this before. Anyway, I'm waffling. Thank you again for your support. Like I say, comment below if there's anything that you fancy, anything you disagree with or you do agree with in this particular horse. Do like the video, because that always helps, and do make sure you subscribe, because why wouldn't you be? It's free. Right, catch you guys soon.